Hello and welcome back to Cobblers Vlogs, where today we're going to be previewing the game on Saturday as the Cobblers travel to Bristol Rovers for their game in the League One. Of course, the Cobblers have started okay, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss, but for Bristol Rovers, it's only 1 draw and 2 losses in their first 3 games. We're going to look at the two sides, look at the danger men for the both sides, look at the head-to-head and how the Cobblers will get on Saturday. So like I said, we're going to look at the two sides head-to-head, and the Cobblers have beaten Bristol Rovers 28 times in the club's histories. They have drew 28 times, but the Cobblers have lost 36 times to Bristol Rovers. Not the best of records against Bristol. The last win for the Cobblers came in 2015, of course. You've got to remember a few years back under Rob Page, we lost 5-0, we lost 6-0. It hasn't been the best of luck for the Cobblers. The first game coming in 1908 as well. Bristol Rovers did win that game. So definitely a history between the two clubs. But like I said, the Cobblers haven't won against Bristol Rovers since 2015. So hopefully they'll be putting that right on Saturday. The last 3 games for Bristol Rovers, they lost 4-1 to Doncaster on Saturday. The Saturday before, they lost 2-0 to Ipswich. And the Saturday before that, they drew 1-1 with Sunderland. So they have got a point. Every team has got a point so far this season, but it does leave Bristol Rovers 24th in the league. It's 3 games played, so it's not really important that they are bottom of the league, but it is what it is. And just a recap of the Cobblers' last 3 games. Of course, they lost 2-0 to Hull on Saturday. The week before, they beat Shrewsbury by 2-1. And the week before, the first game of the season, they drew 2-2 to AFC. So we'll look at the danger men for the two sides. We'll start off, of course, with the Cobblers. Of course, we'd like to see Harry Smith as well. He returned from injury alongside Nicky Adams, Luka Rakic also returning. Ricky Korbawa, whether we'll see him back on Saturday, who knows. But that back 3 are definitely starting to implement themselves. We might see Jack Salisbury as well making his debut for Cobblers colours. Benny Ashley Seal might return in Cobblers colours as well. So we're completely unsure what injuries and who will return back from injury. But definitely some decent players. And like I said, Nicky Adams came on in the last 5 minutes. So hopefully he can get the start or at least play maybe 30 or 40 minutes. We're looking at the Bristol Rovers danger men. Of course, they lost Johnson Clark-Harris in the summer to Peterborough after them losing Ivan Toney. He was the top goal scorer for Rovers last season, getting 16 goals in all competitions. They haven't really replaced him that well. Both scorers have been Luke Healy from left back. He scored a penalty against Sunderland and scored on the weekend in their 4-1 defeat against Doncaster. He's their danger man. He's definitely a good left back and definitely bombing it up and down the field. Of course, they've got Josh Grant as well, a defender, young, good talent about him. But like I said, they haven't really tried and replaced Johnson Clark-Harris. And when you take that 15-goal striker out of the club, you need to replace him, and they haven't replaced him yet. And no one's really got firing in these sort of first opening games. And just saying that only their left back has got both their goals, it's definitely worrying times for Bristol Rovers. But hopefully they'll be hoping that one of their strikers will pop a goal against the Cobblers on Saturday.
Sorry to interrupt you, Will, but we've got a Bristol Rovers fan. We've got Harley Thorne, who is also the creator, or one of the creators of FanHub, who are obviously partners of the channel. Look at the link in the description to download the app and get early rewards. But anyway, I'm going to pass over to Harley, who is a Bristol Rovers fan. He also is part of the Gascast podcast, so you can also go and check that out, which will also leave another link in the description for. So here's Harley on his thoughts on the game.
Hi everyone, my name's Harley. I'm from Gascast podcast. I'm a Bristol Rovers fan. Thanks, Matt, for inviting me on to talk a little bit about a game on Saturday. I'm not feeling particularly optimistic about the chances of Bristol Rovers. We have had a really bad start to the season. We have a rookie manager called Ben Garner who did take over halfway through last season, and frankly our form was atrocious. But as with any good supporter, you forget about that, you move on, you take this as a new season. Unfortunately, it started really poorly. We lost 4-1 to Doncaster on the weekend, and we are still without a win. Our only point coming away at Sunderland in a draw. Our top scorer at the moment is Luke Leahy. He's a left back and he scored 2 goals. That's because no one else has scored. So not a great start, as you can imagine. However, we have played Ipswich twice, Sunderland and Doncaster, who I'm sure you're all aware are 3 decent teams. So we see this as a game that we really need to be attacking and really trying to prove ourselves and getting our first points on the board of the season, really. That's not saying, that you guys aren't a threat. That's more saying that potentially you're not going to be up in the top 3, which hopefully you won't be insulted by. In terms of our danger men, I will really struggle to name them, to be honest. We haven't really got going this season, and therefore it's hard to name anyone. But Zane Westbrook on paper was a brilliant signing for us from Coventry. Hasn't quite got going, but he has shown flashes of that guile on the ball that he has. style on the ball and the ability to kind of, turn nicely and play a quick pass. So I'm thinking he's going to be a danger in a team when we're attacking and we're on the front foot. Also, our new signing, Brandon Hanlon, who we stole from Gillingham. Young, powerful, really fast striker. Yet to score for us, but I think that's only a matter of time. That's not to say I think he's going to be blowing the league away, but I'm still intrigued by him. I've seen him play a few times and I like what he's about. So interested to see how that one goes. In terms of your team particularly, I'm excited to see Chris Lyons. He's a Bristol Rovers legend. He's actually got more promotions for Bristol Rovers than any other player in Bristol Rovers history. He's a Bristol boy, born and bred, and a fan from birth. So obviously really looking forward to seeing him play against Rovers, hopefully, although I think he's found himself on the bench for you guys a few times. In terms of what I think the score will be, I hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it. I'm excited to say it. I think Rovers are going to do the business in this game. I think this is a massive game for Rovers to kind of stake their claim that they've had a hard start and it's time to kind of register some points. So I'm thinking a 2-0 win. Couldn't say the scorers because we haven't had enough to judge. But yeah, sorry about that. Other than on Saturday, good luck for the rest of the season, of course. Also, just a quick shout out to the fact that I'm working on a project called Fan Hub. Matt's probably made you all aware, but we're building an app that will recognise and reward football fans for their loyalty, because we think that football without fans is nothing. So please check the description. I'm sure Matt will chuck a link in there. Fan Hub app. Really love to have you guys a part of it. Cheers and up the gas.
So yeah, thanks to Harley for his insight on Bristol Rovers. Not had a good start to the season by the sounds of it and really struggling down at the bottom. So hopefully the Cobblers can get a result against them. Or maybe in typical Cobblers fashion, they'll get beat by them. But anyway, it's not about me. Let's pass back over to Will with his score predictions. All the links you need to know about Harley are in the description below. And anyway, back to Will.
Finally then on to our score prediction, and again it's going to be a difficult game for the Cobblers. You look at them and they haven't had the best of starts, Bristol Rovers. They're without, Johnson Clark-Harris. They haven't really replaced him that well. I think it maybe is a good time for the Cobblers to play him. And I do think the Cobblers will get a result, and I do think the Cobblers will win 1-0. It'll be a scrappy 1-0 and will beat Bristol Rovers since the first time since 2015. So fingers crossed the Cobblers can get the 3 points. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Again, this video is in partnership with FanHub, the app which you download and it rewards you for attending games. What a fantastic app. Who cares? What an app, Who cares? I'm saying who cares how fantastic it is, because it's just a fantastic app. I don't know how, it's all working, but like I said, there'll be a video at the end explaining a bit more about it. And again, if you want to see all more details about it, Matt has made a video on it, so we're hopefully going to see it coming out in the next few weeks or so. And again, also with our Football Content Awards, it has been announced a few weeks ago that they are virtual, which you kind of expected, and it's going to happen at the start of December, so fingers crossed me and Matt can win. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Drop your score predictions in the comments below, and we'll see who gets it right. Until next time, guys, we'll see you all later. Bye-bye.